We're actually almost to another 5,000 gold draft. And another Seraph of the Scales! My boy! Seraph of the Scales. We had a great draft yesterday with her. Yeah, we need all 4. I only have the 2, and Daggercaster is a pale impersonation of it. Scales. Not too shabby. Here, I'll get... Hey, we got the Daggercaster! No, we're forcing this. We're forcing this into the ground. So I'm looking at this. Vampire is going to be good with that. It's Afterlife. Well, works well with Afterlife. Doesn't actually have it. Oh, Enforcer. Hopefully wheel the Oligarch. It's probably not happening. But this is a very good start. You're right, it's a horrible card. This gives our options open so we can actually play black-red too. Because Spear is really good at activating Spectacle. So is 10th Street Dodger. What am I kidding? I'm taking this Plague White. 2-1 unblockable. Yes, that is exactly what that is. Undercity Scavenger, Twilight Panther. We can keep going low. Yeah, I like the idea of going low. Gate Colossus. Yeah. We might have a couple gates by the end. Otherwise, it's just an 8-8. I'm just messing with you guys. It's definitely in the deck. I'm totally memeing. Alright, we got an Inheritance. Panther Grudian. Panther pretty much does what Grudian does. You spend 2 mana for a Death Toucher. I don't... Low Gate Colossus. Who knows? It might just cost me like 4 mana. I got a lot of creatures. Maybe the Dead Revel starts getting better. Get back our Seraph of the Scales and things like that. They go late, but I'm going to get 1 in the deck. Guaranteed. 7-drop. Edict. Yeah, low. Let's get super low to the ground here. Super low. I'm just kidding. We're actually going to take the 4-drop over the Sphinx. It's got Afterlife on it. It's going to be good. Prowling Caracal. Hazda Officer. Hazda... Yeah, this does damage. This is good. Sorry, Screaming Shield. There was a time... We do have a Death Toucher. We have a couple Death Touchers. What else can we flicker for any kind of value? Does that happen in this set? I guess just... You know, they're going for like a removal spell on one or... I just refuse to play the Thirsting Shade. It's just bad. 2-drop Menace is pretty good. We might get a Rakdos Gate. Teysa! Why? This happened yesterday, didn't it? We just got the Seraph of the Scales in Pack 2. We got a rare that went right with it. Bellhaunt might wheel. There's also another Gate Colossus, which would be crazy if something like that. We saw another one. But I'm not passing Teysa when we're already planning on being like, take all of the Afterlife creatures deck. Siege Rhino? Yeah, bad Siege Rhino. Yeah, it'll be good with that, and we run those in the deck. The question is, I like Grotesque Demise a lot. I haven't cast Consume too often, but this will kill things that Grotesque can't kill. So I think this is better. Oligarch, perfect. Good pickup. There's also a Fiend, but I'm probably not going to pass any Oligarchs. There's the Fiend. Fiend seems good. There's also an Afterlife 2 creature, but the death trigger on this is doubled with Teysa. Of note. And Blade Brand's already good in our deck, so this will make it even better. What else is it good with? I'm really just trying to pick that over Debtor's Transport at this point in time. Which, I don't need another 6-drop. I'm just going to take the low. It's good. There's a Rakdos Guildgate, Skewer the Critics. Off-color gate. Let's like get the points become better. Is it smarter to take the... I forget, Matt. Do you take the removal before you take gates? A reason to splash as opposed to the ability to splash? Because I don't want the white cards. And Carrion Imp is like mediocre to me. So I think I'm either taking Get the Point or Skewer. Or the Rakdos Guildgate. Because we also do need it. Reason first. So which one do you think is better? Skewer or Get the Point? That's the second question. In this deck with a curve of... These are 2s. We don't have it. We don't have a single 3-drop. That's a 4. We got a lot of 4s. I'm going to be cutting something out of there. Or just never picking up another 4. Get the point? Okay. There's a Rakdos. There's also the Grasping Thrall. Oh! Taking Thrall. Oligarch. Perfect. Nice. Another... That Wield? Oh no, it's pick 8. I'm going to take another one. Jesus. That card is good. And now we get a gate. Okay. Oh, we got... Alright, everything's working out. There's also a Blade Brand, but I think when Rakdos Guildgates show their face, we're going to have to take them. This won't work with Teysa, but it will give us a sack outlet for our creatures. Then we won't have to run like this Knight. Though I think the Knight gets better with Teysa. Fiend, though. Fiend is good. There's also just an Orzhov Guildgate. Since I'm on the fence, I'm just going to take the gate. This is only pack 2, and we're almost full up on playables. I don't really want any of those. Take the uncommon for Volt. Same thing. Well, I think I want to take the land. The black and red cards aren't... And white cards aren't good enough to warrant me snagging them, and I will run that land. Makes our flyers get a bigger ass end. Don't know if that's good enough. We do have some flyers, and we're going to have spirit tokens, but 1/2 spirit tokens are pretty much the same as 1/1 spirit tokens. They still die to the same things, except for like the 2-mana 1/3 Pegasus. I'd much rather have the blue one that gives them more power. Stalwart could be good. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this. No, I said I wasn't going to grab any more 4s. I don't have room for that. Cavalcade for our 1-power creatures to deal 1 extra damage. We got a bunch of those, plus all of the spirits. This is also just a 4-mana 2/3 or 2/4 flyer. Which isn't bad. It blocks everything. I'm almost interested in just seeing how Cavalcade works out. For science! I thought this was the Oligarch for a second, then I realized, oh, it's just a stupid guild mage. I don't really care about that. I still don't have any 3s, I don't think, so Viscopa's probably fine. Also, there's a Guildgate. The last Guildgate wield, so we'll see if that happens again. This We'll be fine. Fine with that. Another Gate Colossus. Alright, all in on gates. Not that gate, though. Another Daggercaster. Vindictive Vampire number 2. That's fine. Blood Mist is a way to sack creatures. Off-color Guild Gate. Well, it's a splash Guild Gate. You know what? Screw it. Mockery. Fiend. I've heard how good Mockery is. But I think Fiend is probably fine. With Cavalcade. Gateway Plaza, get the point. Oof! Oof. Sorry. We do need the Tri-Guild Gate, but... Second one of those is so good. Burn Bright? This is actually a Burn Bright deck, is it not? I could see myself running that. Now we get the 3, or we take another Afterlife creature. Or the 1-drop that can't be blocked with Cavalcade. That's dealing 2? Value. Whenever creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. Just 1 extra damage. Oh. It's like a Lord for all your 1-power creatures, but the Lord half does the damage. I don't know, it's weird. I think it's going to be fine. Maybe I should just take something like a Crocodile. Since I'm probably not even going to run any of the cards, I'm just going to do that. Carnival Carnage, that's such a good card to splash. It's just a Rakdos Guildgate, though. This card's so good. But we have 2 Gate Colossus, and I want to be able to play my cards. I might actually... Oh, we got the Mockery back anyways. Okay, we're going to cut a Dead Rebel. I don't even know if we need to consign the pit anymore since we have 2 Get the Points. It's just a 6-drop. The Knight is also another thing that's on the chopping block since it's a 7-drop. Deck is gas. I think I'm going to keep this in at the start for science. It's probably not good enough for the deck. This is a 2. We literally have no 3s. We don't need 3 drops is what I'm saying with this deck. And those are probably 5s. Those are 5 drops. We're keeping for science, not cut for science. You're saying it all wrong right now, Matt. I'm cutting the 7-drop. It's too expensive, and this is a 4. This keeps our curve a little lower. We don't have to go so crazy. I also just kind of want this Blood Mist Infiltrator. As a sack outlet. Why not? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count these. 7, 8, 9. 9 cards that work with it. Goblin Gathering? Yeah, it probably was made for Goblin Gathering type cards. But we can make it work for spirits. Did you think of that? For science, Matt. This deck's pretty good. I think this is the slowest card in the deck. But I'm keeping it. God, this deck. You know, it's a good thing we don't have any 3s, because turn 1 we're going to play a gate. Turn 2 we're going to play a 2-drop. Turn 3 we're going to play a gate. And that's going to be the play pattern of the vast majority of the time with this deck. And turn 4 we're going to play a 4-drop. Oh, why are there mountains in this deck? Get out of here. Six, 7 white sources. Well, 6 white sources. That's probably not enough. 4, 5. Yeah, that's a lot of black sources. That's a little bit better. Do I go even? My black versus white. Three white cards, 6 black cards. But 2 of my multicolor cards are black-red, of note. So I'll call those black cards as well. So 8 black, 3 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 black sources. Or 8 black sources versus 7 white. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the lands like that. One last card, Matt. What do you think it is? Besides Cavalcade. If you had one card to cut that wasn't Cavalcade, what is it? I think it's Syndicate Messenger. Though it also is helping the Cavalcade because it has... You said mess. But I don't know what that means. Are you saying the deck is a mess? I don't like it when you say that. Fine. You get what you want. Oh, we also had this Flicker card in the sideboard. Flicker our Gate Colossus, attack with it. Flicker, eat something. It's pretty good with the Caracal, too. Surprise First Strike 3 power. First Strike Death Toucher. Still not worth it. I'm just going to keep the creatures. We'll make this a deck. I love Gate Colossus. The fact that we have 2 of them in a somewhat already playable deck is really good. And the Plaza of Harmony. That's going to gain us 3 life every time we play it. And just be a tricolor land. That's another one of the decks I'm going to build is the Gate deck. Well, probably going to eat my words if we don't draw a untapped land here. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, the play pattern is going to be 2-drop. 2-drop into tap land into 4-drop. Sir, are you confused? I think you're playing it wrong. That could have been so good against the Oligarch. Like, eat the Oligarch, block the Spirit Token forever. What's my rank? I'm in gold. What are they? What is this rank? Platinum? If they have another, it's weird. Wizard 4, nice rank. Alright, maybe they have another. Nope, they're just... Okay. This is fine. Now we get to gain 3 life with our Plaza, and our attacks are great. Don't play a Cynic Courier. No 1/4. I don't want to have to make you I said no, opponent! Can't get past that. Straight up. No, I don't talk like that to people. See, like, if I consumed last turn, I'd be able to attack into that 3-2. My goal, though, is to get a bunch of vampires, both the Vindictive Vampires, and then just swing out every single turn. With all of my creatures. Like, I might just do Fiend, 2-drop next turn if we draw it. And then that way we can have both the vampires and a board full of creatures in play for the big attack. Tap down here. Okay. Are you attacking with your Senate Griffin? Please. Please. Okay. So we can consume them, they'll get rid of the Senate, keep the 3-3. Vampires swing out, eat. We're sticking to the damn plan. Maybe not the Vindictive. Sticking to the plan. Eat all my creatures, I don't care. Oligarch is 4 damage to the face at this point in time. Triggers. I'm going to draw Teysa next turn and be upset. Think how much damage I'd be doing with a Cavalcade in play. Did you think about that, Matt? Did you think about that? I did. It's like another Vindictive Vampire. What are you going to do? Use your enchantment removal on my Vindictive Vampires? Ha! Suck it, opponent. Of note, if we draw a Gate Colossus, we can play it. I'll point that out. Dang! This is a hell of a flyer deck. It's too bad I'm swinging out. Swinging? What are you? This will kill a Chillbringer. Actually, since it's killing one of the creatures that are tapped, I'm not even doing the math. I'm gonna see what happens if we swing out. Because we might just consume ourselves to get another Vindictive Vampire trigger. Because we're losing one of the vampires here. Either way, we're not dead on the Crackback because they're only going to have 9 power and flyers. Now you have to sacrifice the greatest power creature. So we'd be forced to sacrifice our own Caracal if we did it to ourselves. Yeah. But our attacks this turn are pretty good because we're going to attack with 4 creatures, right? They have to block the Fiends. The Fiends are going to kill them. Unless they can bounce my Vindictive Vampire here, they think they lost. Because the Fiends are effectively 2 damage apiece now at this point in time. If I didn't consume that turn, I think I would have lost. But now they don't have bounce, so I think the game's over. They can only deal 12. I'm at 19. Dude. This game has been real. I don't even have to attack with the vampire, right? I'm gonna do it anyways. It'll see the other triggers, right? For science. On its way out, it'll still see it. Can you imagine if I had Teysa? Double trigger on the Vindictive Vampires and double trigger on the Footlight Fiends? That would be ridiculous. Yeah, that's 1-0. This deck is pretty solid. We don't have any of the final payments. Final payment would be good. If I didn't have to splash red for the get the points and I just had final payments, I'd be a little happier. Alright, the hand is pretty good against a mono blue player so far. The awkward high curve of our deck. I say that, we also have like 8 2-drops. We just have 8s and 4s. That's what the whole deck is. The answer is no, I don't talk like that. I think it would be weird if anybody talked like that. Hopefully they don't just Chillbringer my Seraph of the Scales here. It would be annoying. Oh, Junk Troller is fine. Though Junk Troller immediately, once you see Junk Troller, you know what they have in their deck. And Bant is the colors for it, because Bant gives you tower defense for that random kill your opponent kind of feeling. Well, they got their Guardian project down, but is it going to be enough? Because we have a 2-turn flying clock on them. And we can kill any flyer that they play. There it is. There it is. It's probably like, well, this is my only way I can do it. I'm going to actually hold this back because we're playing out Vindictive Vampire this turn, aren't we? I could have even activated Vigilance on Seraph of the Scales, should it matter. It probably doesn't. This should be game. They take 2 and just by attacking into my Footlight Fiend. And if they don't, Vindictive Vampire just makes this deck. This is definitely a good one for it. Okay. Like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, like, get the point this Junk Troller to stop it from blocking my foot. No. Get rid of the Fairy Duelist. That way the 7 in the air gets through. Oh, they hit another. Okay, maybe I should have waited for these triggers. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Okay, so you chump block. Duelist is pretty good with High Alert. Again, having that extra mana, we could have just activated Vigilance and would have been relevant. We can't die here, right? Bounce my Vindictive Vampire tower defense is 11, 17 damage. It's possible. That's definitely not one of the 2 cards we needed, though. And if they don't attack, they die. Still getting in with the boys. Had the tower defense! Oh, if they could have got rid of the Vindictive Vampire, they would have won the game. But instead, they lose. Wow, I was so close to dead there. +0, +5 to your team. 2 mana instant speed, +5/+5 your board. Sounds good. Alas, no matter how big your creatures are, you're super dead. This deck is glorious. Can't believe we almost lost that, though. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with the Footlight Fiend. No! Mountain! Go away! We can't cast anything in this hand at all. Because there are 4 black cards. We're gonna keep... I lied. We can cast 1 card in the hand. We can cast that for red. But, luckily, we don't have to. Red mana! No! Alright, fine. Next turn we can do that. That's what I meant. Am I just going for the block here? No. Let's just put the pain on. They can hit me for 3. I don't care. Okay, let's kill the spirit. We can't attack past the Syndicate Messenger, but we're back to where we started. Just pass the turn. Guild Mage can't tap it down because this Guild Mage is awful. It's super horrible. I'll trade for that. Get over here, artist. Get over here. At this point in time. Sure. And we'll just use that flyer to get in for damage the rest of the game. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Now our Fiend can attack. Wow, I thought our ground creatures were never going to get past a 1/3. Life is good now. We only have the one black source, so we can't even double spell, so I'm just going to play out this. We can still block the Fireblade Artist with the Vindictive Vampire, so no reason to hold back the Fiend. Let's get our damage in while we can. And if they can answer the Vampire, whatever, we just take an extra 2 damage this turn. Oh, okay. See, Matt, I told you Civic Stalwart is a really good card. Yeah, we just took an extra 3 damage because of that, and it blanks our board. That 3 plus the 1 in the air. It's just a shame we can't do anything. We can... Not blocking with this. That can go. Got another Oligarch? Because at least here, I'd like to have good double blocks for the Stalwart. If I played out the Plague White, we don't have that kind of double block access. Well, things just got awkward. That's a fine double block for me. It's not an odd case. They had 2 creatures in play. Literally 2 creatures. It could have been so much worse. Oh, now you show up. Alright, blocks Fireblade Artist. Of note, Fireblade can finish the game even if we get a flyer in play. Because he can deal 4 damage, so if we don't get the extra land for this Grasping Thrall to start taking over. We are playing like the same deck. Okay, show me. Show me what you got. Not just gonna take it. Is it correct to swing out here? We get them for 3? I think so. They have Vigilance and Lifelink. How can you race me? Now you're at 5. This Guild Mage only has to go a little bit further. Now we can double spell? Yes, please. Next turn we send in the squad. Leave back the Guild Mage for 2 extra damage. Let me do it! Hey, I talk crap about that guild mage, but he dealt 2 damage that game. He could have turned sideways and still killed them. Yep, 3-0. Because that guild mage is so bad. But if we did get in that board state for any longer, it would have just done 2 a turn. So it's like, it's whatever. I'm just imagining, like, if it was the Boros guild mage from the last game, from the last set, that's 3 damage a turn. It's just strictly better. And the tap ability taps anything. Strictly better. Huh? That's because the rest of his deck was awful. Our deck is awesome. My 2/4 creatures. Now we're gonna play 2 fiends in a row. And we're gonna get the guild gate down next turn. There's a chance if we draw another gate off the top, we get our 3 life. Alright, I lied. I'm gonna keep curving out. This is a good start for me. 1-drop, 2-drop, Guildgate with a 1-drop, into Seraph of the Scales. Sure. Glad you quenched that instead of Seraph of the Scales. That's gonna be annoying. And depending on what they play here, I might just run out Teysa to ensure that the Footlight Fiends can attack forever and always. Or if they hold up mana for a counter spell, I think I just go with the Syndicate Messenger. Now they have Thought Collapse up as well. Okay. It's fine. I love that the Fiend can just attack into these creatures with no regard. And I think I'm supposed to play out the Syndicate Messenger instead of the Seraph. Because it trades with the Senate Griffin. And Senate Griffin equally trades with Seraph of the Scales, and I don't want this thing in play. That's pretty good value. Oh my god! He had Drill Bit too. Goodbye, Seraph. I think I've got to resolve Teysa here. Just get it into play, you know. Alright, we lose? That's a Sarah Angel. We need to get the point off the top here. Or not. These attacks are kind of free. Because if he blocks one of them, we kill the Senate Griffin. Oh yeah, he's reading. He's like, does this work? Oh, it does work. Dang. That Senate Griffin is dead, dude. Take it. Enjoy it. Let's hope that's the last of the value he gets with that Dovin's Acuity. Because if this continues, it's going to be... It's going to totally outpace me now that I'm running on fumes. We can beat this. Like, we have the 3-2 covered. It's the 4-4 I'm worried about. Well, this is going to happen sooner or later, right? Oh, he had to get my highest power creature off the board. Well, this is what I was talking about. I just needed this off the top. Now we know our next draw is going to be not that. That was definitely a good top deck. Woo! Now we just swing out the rest of the game. Hopefully I don't drop anything too terrifying, but we can still, like, these aren't easily blocked. I just really don't want them to get that Dovin's Acuity back. 2 life and drawing an extra card. That's half a time walk. Did you pay 5 life to kill a 1/1 flyer? I mean, sure. You got it, dude. I thought I sent a land to the bottom. Keep it. Well, good thing they didn't draw anything after that, because I wasn't either. 4-0, the perfect deck. Told you, once we got through that that Warden, the Sphinx, we were good to go. But imagine if I had the Hill Giant that gave +1/+1 to the team. It would have been good. Then again, anything after that point in time would have been better than a land. This hand blows. I'm gonna keep it, but it better be good. It better have the just right amount of aggro that it needed. My question, here's what I'm gonna do. We're going to go Twilight Panther into Regal Caracal. Or not Regal. That is not a Regal Caracal. Not even close. Okay, okay, Matt. You're right. You're right. A Prowling Caracal. This is one of the things that I do, because once I drop this gate into play, this can tap for black mana, so then I can just still play out a 2-drop. When the Rakdos deck doesn't think they can race me. Okay. So I can play out the white and trade it with that, or I can play out the Fiend, which is going to be annoying for them to have to deal with. Mana efficient, I think I should play this out. Might just take the 3 from them. This could probably attack past whatever they have. I'm afraid they might have like a Dagger Caster though, and just blow me out. Let's not worry about that though. They can 3-for-1 me with Dagger Caster. If you have it. Plague White attacks into that just fine. Just want to land for this Vindictive Vampire. If you're not going to block with the Rouseabout, I would assume you're not going to. Right. Prove me wrong. Trade off the Caracal with a 1/1. I know he wants to do it. I don't care. Do it. So one less of those in play. I got my 1 damage with the Caracal. Or 3 plus the 1 here. I'm at a healthy point right here. My board's better. My hand is gas. Okay, that was a good card to have. I'll trade 1 damage for 1 damage. Ooh, second Goblin Gathering. So much better than first. Good thing to note. Gate Colossus can get past those. Alright, holding that back. Question is, do I hold up Get the Point for whatever they have, or play out the Enforcer? They don't have... I'm not Get the Pointing a token. Whatever creature they have likely doesn't have haste. I'd rather be able to triple block in case of like a Burn Bright. I don't know. I don't know what they'd be trying to set up. Or land away from Gate Colossus and they can't block it. 3 Goblin Gatherings, though, is quite impressive. But our board blocks them very well. And now it just got even better at blocking them. Apex? Oh, the game? No. Seraph can start finishing this game off, though. 7 mana, black-red. He can use Captive Audience here. Or that. Oh, we have that covered. We have a Death Touch Flyer. Also, I get the point. This seems good enough to me. We do want to land for Gate Colossus, but I'm going to get greedy. Because why not? We have a play in case we don't draw land. Any land is fine, because if we draw a gate, we're in good shape. If they're resorting to cracking the locket right now, that's good too. Because they have to deal with this Seraph. Either it kills you in 2 turns now, or it kills you in 4 turns. Your choice. We're not dead to Burn Bright. Right, we can block 3 of them. We take 5 times 3, 15, go to 7. They get land Goblin Gathering, then we're in trouble of possibly losing the game. Here I was, being afraid of Dagger Caster. My opponent has to fear it every single moment of every game. Every single moment. Was that literally our only white source? Jesus. I didn't even look, dude. Didn't even look. I see that Plaza, and I guess I'm just so used to... Okay, it didn't matter. But I'm so used to playing with the Rainbow Plaza that taps for anything. This one only taps for the mana that your gates can produce. But yes, 5-0. That was an oversight on my part. Luckily, my opponent was playing Goblin Gathering. Like, imagine if he had that Cavalcade, Matt. You're right. Cavalcade in that deck would have been pretty good. Is that something that you can force? Alright, here we go. Gate, 2-drop, gate, 4-drop. Incoming. Teysa and 3 creatures that work with it. It's like a standard deck. I think you'd run this in a Teysa deck in standard, right? Or are there better creatures for 2? Question is, do we just trade off here? I guess we can't. You're right. The question is, do they trade off here? Because I'm still offering it, even though we have Teysa coming up. Because we're not guaranteed to block that boar forever. Four damage is a lot. I'm gonna wait. Show me. Show me pump spell. Nope, you're just okay with the trade? Alright. That's fine by me. That is a very good trade for me. It's a moment away. I'm going to start here. We can double block the Cynic Griffin. If they drop a land, we'll let the 6 damage through. But I want to start doing something. None of our ground creatures matter at this point in time. Some combination of them starts to matter. But this is fine. They won't even attack here. Okay. I mean, we could do that next turn. We get them the Vindictive Vampire. Yeah, let's just take it. Also, just Grasping Thrall. Get my 2 in here. Probably start Vindictive Vampiring them. Kind of leaning on them not drawing that 6th land this turn. That just means they have nothing but gas. Okay. Yeah, now I'll trade the Thrall off. Not. Did I get too greedy? We unchump blocked now. Got another removal spell? That'd be very unfortunate. I want them to fear attacking with everything. Now here's the thing, I die to a pump spell. I'm okay with that. We're 5-0. We're fine. If I lose this, it's fine. This is the best block outside. Oh, I'm dead to Aeromonculus. Onboard tricks! Forget you saw anything. Forget it. Get everything. Also should have played Teysa. Teysa blocks Axebane Beast and gives my tokens lifelink. Both relevant things. That was a vast misplay on so many parts. But at least you can notice it after the fact. It's better than going out of the game not having learned anything. Yeah, we're gonna turn that into a positive. Even though it was really bad. So 3 non-black sources, 4 black spells. Does drawing a swamp help this hand? I have 1 turn. Maybe 2. This hand is better. Hope to get a Rakdos Guildgate on top. I just need lands. Oh, the fact that nobody said anything about my punts makes it even worse. Oligarch can attack into any of Simic's 2-drops. Except for the Fairy Duelist. Fairy Duelist is pretty good against what we have right now. Unless this was a lie and they just drop a mountain and play the Zertog Goblin. I'm going to keep playing out creatures that attack well into what they have. Like, the Guild Mage does more damage, yes, but Enforcer is always going to turn sideways. I actually don't want to activate Death Touch this turn. But I'm still attacking with the Panther because I think they'll trade for the 2-1. And yeah, if we have to use the Panther here, I'm going to be upset. Oligarch just houses this card. Like, it's just better. It's a 2-drop that's better than a 3-drop. This card is so good. If the green deck is leaving me with 2 Death Touchers into play and trading down, I'm okay with that. So Mountain Gates Ablaze is going to be annoying. But Gates Ablaze is probably always going to be good against my deck. There's no stopping that. Of note, every single red source in our deck is tapped. So this Get the Point isn't even a 5-drop. Like, it's not being cast for at all, so we only have 1 card in hand versus everything they have. So we need to kill them. We need to kill them now. I'm just going to keep swinging out. Fairy Duelist, I think, is what they have, so I should pull back the Spirit token. But we're in a bit of a race, so I'm going to keep going. Like, they neg 2, the Guild Mage. Fairy Duelist blocks the 1/1. I only hit him for 2. Okay, and Slime Bind. Makes it a good blocker later on. We don't have a sack outlet, though. I think they're just holding up counterspell mana. So do I even do anything? It's also just a frilled mystic. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. You do something, opponent. They also just have red mana. Okay. This is good enough. That's going to be really good next turn. Putting them to 3 and getting a creature that says you die if you block anything? Or they're going to 2. They're dead to my Guild Mage untapping. So they need a Gates Ablaze right now. This is literally their only out, right? And then they're on a 2-turn clock? Alright, good game. Six and 1. There's hope yet. We're going to go all the way, and YouTube will immortalize that blunder I had on that loss. Why do you hope that? I gotta be cocky, man. That's my style. That's my jam. When you are the best, you have to understand that you are the best. Maybe I'm far from it, because I haven't got the Mythic yet. Plaza of Harmony, quit it! I have like 5 other guild gates, yet I keep drawing you before seeing any of them. This hand's just unplayable. Better. Eh, it's action. We'll keep it. Black-red, this still attacks well into everything they have. I'm just considering Plague White instead. Let's go to this one. Because then it can block too. Oh god, we have to kill him fast. We're going to lose to that. We're going to lose all of that. Theater of Horrors is so good. Well, Plague White can attack in the Syndicate Messenger. So that's of note. Played the wrong creatures. And they get to start going sideways. They got a Locket, they got Grasping Thrall. Yeah, we've lost. Okay, now we can start swinging out. What's this? Okay. think it quite matters what we do. They're dead in 3 turns to their flyers currently. And they can activate Theater of Horrors for that 1 last damage. So we have to draw removal that we don't have for the flyers they have in play. Okay. That's a turn 3 Theater of Horrors for you, if you guys haven't seen that before. The card is, in fact, very busted. Which is why we got 7 wins yesterday's draft, because we had Theater of Horrors in the deck. Splashing it in our black-white deck, much like what we just saw. We'll draw the white source. This hand's pretty good. It's going to be Fiend into Fiend with 2 Guild Gates. We'll get them both in play. Maybe one day buy them both back with Dead Revels. I'm glad we got the white source too. Tesa. Tesa will double the Footlight Fiend triggers now in case they have like a small Gates Ablaze. Is this aggressive? I don't think we need it. I don't care about their creature. They can't even block our Footlight Fiends. They get drained twice. I wonder if it was correct to just go face with that. This combination of cards is so hilarious. And that's 7 wins, so there's that draft. That happened. If you liked that video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos come online. And if you want to catch me live, catch me on Twitch Monday through Thursday between the hours of 4 and 8.